This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTVPrime. In association with Micromax. Nothing like anything.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right, folks. Very warm welcome to the very first ever NDTV Design and Architecture Awards presented by GROHE and powered by Autodesk.
These awards are an effort to recognize innovative solutions across India's design and architectural landscape.
All our nominees tonight have displayed an exemplary direction in their design approach.
Let's get on with tonight's ceremony.
Absolutely, and to kick things off, I'd like to invite up on stage NDTV's Group CEO, Mr. Vikram Chandra, and also the Real Estate and Infrastructure Editor, Manisha Natarajan.
Good evening, everybody. It's such a privilege to be here at a platform which recognizes immense talent amongst India's architecture and design community. And Vikram, you'll be surprised to know, when we did the property awards, we got 232 entries and we said, wow, first award, 232 entries. And then the NDTV Architecture and Design Awards, we got 936 entries. And I was like, that is wow. So now the benchmark for the property awards has gone up many-fold.
Well, actually, Manisha, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all, because I think over the last year, 2 years, you particularly and we in this entire property show, we've been able to create a niche, and it's a niche that was something that really needed to be filled.
Absolutely. A warm welcome to everybody. I know that we have a gathering of India's top architect talent here. And we can only extend our big thanks for making this evening a room full of just the top talent. We also partnered with one of India's top architect firms, which is Sanjay Puri Architects. And I'm sure everybody knows about them already. But what you perhaps don't, the firm has recently won the Best Future Building of the Year at the MIPIM Architectural Review towards awards in Cannes, beating 200 international and global architects. So a big hand for the knowledge partner as well. Sanjay Puri, we've been waiting for him. So he's in the hall. Can we have him on the stage so that we can just understand a little bit about the process? So Sanjay's made a grand presence. He already announced your award. So a big applause again for that. Sanjay, like I was saying, when I looked at the number 936 entries, and I said, why is that so? I mean, is that a big number simply because there are 40,000 architects in the country?
Yeah, there are a lot of architects. But it's surprising. I mean, nobody expected this kind of a turnout. I mean, most other awards have 200 to 400 entries. And here, Parul, who was organizing everything, was contacting me at the end of the time limit that we're given. And said there are hardly any entries. I said, just hang on, these are architects. It'll all happen in the last 2 days. We had 900 plus entries.
Okay. So what were you looking for? In the, we, obviously the jury saw fantastic shortlisted entries, but as a knowledge partner, what were you looking for?
We were looking at things that actually designs that change the whole way, perceptions of spaces are, spaces are perceived, and things that are completely and totally different from what has been done before. So all the winners and all the shortlisted people have got a very high standard.
Sanjay, when I remember speaking at the start of discussions for this award, and you said, we got to make this award at par with international standards. So are we on the path?
Absolutely, we are on the path. It's a very, very good start. I mean, 900 plus entries, NDTV.
Sanjay, thank you very much. And let's also see what the jury felt about the awards. We've captured some moments from the jury meet as well.
GROHE NDTV Design and Architecture Awards 2014 had a simple mission: to celebrate and honor work which is innovative, sustainable and inspires. A jury of 7 outstanding professionals with diverse experience had the tough task of picking the winners.
As a member of the jury, I was looking towards the idea of innovation, the idea of bringing the unexpected, the idea of thinking out of the box, and also the idea of identity. I feel that it's important that in India today we look and design for the architecture of a place which is based and rooted in our culture and identity.
My role was primarily to see the sustainability aspect of the designs, since I represent the Indian Green Building Council, and I am delighted to share that the entries were remarkable. One of the prerequisites was the design should be sustainable. Invariably, all the entries we saw were very focused on it. It was more difficult to select the winning entry, but combined with the aesthetics, practical doability, the cost, and the sustainability, they come out with real winners.
This trip's going to be very interesting for me personally as a designer, because I'm going to get to meet some of, let's say, India's brightest young architects, interface with the culture directly. So yes, I'm really optimistic and really excited.
As a jury member, what we were looking for to select the winner was a good use of, I'm thinking, design balance, innovation, sustainability, usage of color, usage of material, and a good mix of all this was, what we were looking for to get that one winner in each category.
The endeavor was not only to recognize established architects, but also to hunt out raw talent of tomorrow.
Design education is now spreading all over the country. There are many multiple courses which go from 4 years to 5 years. I think that design award, which has been given, which is only to the successful designers after several years of work, I think it should move even into schools.
I think you have made a great beginning. NDTV is doing extremely well in inculcating this discipline in the architect. Because the media that you share goes to every home in the country. So you have the largest reach. And architects get recognized by the masses in the country for their excellence in design and in sustainability.
For NDTV, it has been an honor to have such an eminent jury on board for its debut Design and Architecture Award, and the privilege to showcase inspirational projects of India's most talented architects to our viewers across the country.
Right, so now you know just why we're here tonight and how we got here. As we get things started, let me introduce us to you as well. With me, the very lovely Ambika Anand. My name is Siddharth Vinayak Patankar. And we are going to kick things off now with the very first category, that is Commercial Interior Design of the Year. And to present this award, I'd like to invite world-renowned artist Subodh Gupta to please join us up on stage.
Mr. Gupta, we are all huge fans of yours, but we are very keen to ask you, whose work do you find exciting?
It's a tough question for me, but one thing I know, the art, design and architecture is coming in the one platform, and canvas of the art is getting bigger and bigger. Today, like Ramkula, exhibit in Venice Biennale as an artist, not as an architect. And I have many friends here among sittings, and the great work is doing. For me, it's very tough to decide one.
Okay, you can pick couple.
Oh, Matan Khosla. Is a great friend, good architect. No, I know him for a long time, and it's very difficult to choose one. I will be stuck here.
All right. Thank you so much.
It is great to have you here with us, though. Thank you for doing the honors with us. The category, remember, is Commercial Interior Design. Let's take a quick look at the nominees.
Commercial Interior Design of the Year, Royal Enfield and Volvo Aisha Corporate Headquarters by Romy Khosla Design Studio, DCA Office by DCA Architects, Kale Auditorium by the Design Firm.
And the winner is Romy Khosla for Royal Enfield and Volvo Aisha Headquarters. Would you like to say a few words, please?
Thank you very much to NDTV, and of course it's a very complex building, and there's several people involved, and this would not have been possible without the help of AECOM as well, primarily, which has allowed this building to be a LEED Platinum rated building. And so I'd like to thank the entire team. I'm going to receive this on behalf of everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So both of you could please stay with us.
That's right. In fact, we'd also like to invite up on stage Pramati Madhavji, the Editor-in-Chief at Elle Decor. The next category is Hospitality Architecture Design of the Year. This is specifically for hotels and resorts.
Big budgets, big spends, each hotel trying to outdo the other. The challenge is to create something that which seamlessly merges with the local environment.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the nominees.
Hospitality Architecture Design of the Year, Aquatic Resorts by Kochu Thoman and Associates, Rasa Resorts by Urban Studio, Champion Reef Golf County Clubhouse by Arun Nalapat Architects.
Pramati, before we announce the winner, I'm sure you have a favorite here, but what about a favorite resort overseas, outside of India?
I think the from the Indian contingent, everyone's present here in the halls today. And no, don't put me in this spot internationally.
Fair enough.
And now it's time to announce the winner. And the winner is Aquatic Resort Kumbalangi by the architect Kuchu Thoman Matthew. Would you like to say a few words?
I would like to thank NDTV for giving a youngster like me a national platform, first of all. A big thank you to Naval Architects who have supported. The whole project is thinking out of the four walls of architecture, merging with another totally different entity, which is Naval Architecture and architecture combining together to produce something different and unique.
It's been an amazing response, obviously oversubscribed, more subscriptions, more entries than I think anybody would have dreamed, anybody would have imagined. It's been inspiring for me as a designer to judge some of the entries, and the quality of the work's been amazing, and I think it's going to be a very successful event in the future going forward, and I'm really pleased that GROHE and NDB have got together and given so many architects and designers and creatives a forum to really communicate their gift.
May I now invite Mr. Paul Flower, the Global Senior Vice President of Design at GROHE AG. The category is Best Hospitality Interiors. Let's take a look at the nominees.
Hospitality Interior Design of the Year, Cakewalk Bangalore by Balan and Nambisan Architects, Frost by Amir and Hamida Associates, Mediterra by Sandeep Shikre and Associates, Soham Spa at Movenpick Hotel and Spa by Kaushik Mukherjee Architects.
It's not an easy task to create a restaurant or a spa or even a hotel lobby which grabs your attention for being unique, quirky or breathtaking. And only those who have done so have emerged at the top.
That's right, but before we announce the winner, Ambika, I want to ask Paul a quick question. They always say that designers look for inspiration in different places. Does India inspire you?
India inspires me, not just because of the architecture, of course, and the culture, but I often take inspiration from the people I meet. And I've been here today and met several people, and all the people I meet, I take back inspiration back to my team, share those experiences, and this has definitely been an inspiring trip for me again. So thank you, and thank you for the invitation to come.
And in terms of Indian architecture and design, do you have any favorites?
I can't really, it's not fair to me to say, because I have some of my friends who are Indian architects in the audience, so I would be biased. But all I can say is this, like the competition itself, the standard this year has been truly at an international level. Regardless whether it's an Indian competition or not, it's absolutely world class. So congratulations to all the people who didn't win, and obviously congratulations to the people who did win.
Great, thanks Paul. Now let's find out who's won.
All right, the winner, Soham Spa at the Movenpick Hotel and Spa by Kaushik Mukherjee Architects. Many congratulations.
Please, can we have Dr. P.C. Jain, Chairperson of Indian Green Building Council and also a jury member tonight, as well as Mr. Manu Ahuja, President, South Asia, ASA Abloy. Please come on stage, sir. Thank you.
The category is Infrastructure Architecture Design of the Year. Here are the nominees.
Infrastructure Architecture Design of the Year. Army Rowing Node by KSA Architects. Valpoi Bus Stand by Rahul Deshpande and Associates. Bridge at IIM Calcutta by Christopher Charles Benninger, Architects Private Limited.
And the winner is Valpoi Bus Stand and Community Hall by Rahul Deshpande and Associates.
Many congratulations. The Academy Awards always the good way to go. Dr. Jain, Mr. Ahuja, thank you so much as well. We now move on to Structural Design of the Year.
Could we please have on stage Anjali Ila Menon and Mr. Amit Kumar Gope, Head Marketing, Century Ply. And now let's take a look at the nominees.
Structural Design of the Year. Jaisalmer Airport by MRC Private Limited. iLab Building by Construction Catalyzers. Techno Architecture Workspace by Techno Architecture.
I have to ask you very quickly, ma'am, what's your favorite architectural design here in the capital?
Oh my gosh, that's a difficult one. I suppose the Lotus, I think that's rather special. It's been there for a long time, but I think it's slightly better in a way than Sydney.
I think it has a special place in many of our hearts, ma'am. Yes. The winner, Ambika.
And the winner is Techno Architecture Workshop.
All right, as we move on, may I please request Manisha to please join me back up here, and with her, may I also invite Geeta Balakrishnan, architect and founder, Ethos. The category is special and it is dedicated to finding India's young architecture talent, students who hold the potential of becoming the celebrated architects of tomorrow.
So just quickly, if you could tell the audience here what went behind just culling out the entries, what was the quality, what was the participation, and of course the eminent jury.
It was a little different from the usual design competitions that I've handled, and it was different because we didn't have a particular theme. We usually, in our other design competitions, we give them a particular problem. Here we said anything that was above a certain area. And that brought in a wide variety of entries, and it made the judging a little more difficult because it was, it could not be judged on par because it was not the same entry one was seeing. We had about 176 entries which were legitimate. We had a few that did not make it because they were late. And they came from about 55 odd colleges across India. These were from 403 registrations that we got from about 100 colleges across India. And it was interesting to see the range. We had entries starting from museums to redevelopment in Varanasi, the Ghats of Varanasi, urban redevelopment, affordable housing, and a whole lot of very, very interesting topics. The jury comprised architect Jaisim from Fountainhead. We had architect Tanuja from Kanvende Rai Chaudhary. We had architect Yashwant Ramamurthy from Studio One in Hyderabad. And we had architect Ravi Sarangan from Edifice. And they also burned the midnight oil in a sense, because they went through all these entries, brought it to a short list of 24 first, and from amongst them we had to choose our best two.
All right.
That's how we came about it.
Thank you, Geeta, for taking us through that. And Siddharth, of course, the students who won the award.
That's right. Manisha, we of course now want to know who has won. Geeta, Manisha, thank you for that. To present this award, may I please invite Mr. Karan Grover and Mr. KVL Narayan Rao to please join us up here on stage. We have two winners here, folks. Piyusha Taude from BKPS College of Architecture, Pune, and Hamid MM from TKM College of Engineering, Kollam. I also want to quickly point out here, there's also a cash award for both winners. It is 1 lakh rupees each.
I think the biggest platform that you can reach out to people, and this is it was one of the opportunity. I think it's like-mindedness about doing something exclusive, creating a property around design and architecture, which has never been done before. So I think that's where we got together, and we're very happy that it hit it off like this.
All right, folks, for the next categories of awards, I'm going to hand over to my colleague. You know him better as NDTV's gadget guru, Mr. Rajiv Makhni.
Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you. No selfie today? No?
Maybe later, maybe later.
Thank you very much. Good evening, and fantastic to see this turnout. So I'll first read out the category and then you'll come to know. So the first one that I'm going to announce is Best Construction Technology Award using BIM, AHA. Now the AHA I've added, that's not part of the category. Okay, the AHA moment was for me because I was like, okay, alphabet soup acronym time all over again. So in the world of technology, there is more acronyms that come at you at the speed of light. I mean, GPS, GSM, MP, FHD, HD, DTH, it's all. So BIM. And I had absolutely no idea what BIM stands. So I'm going to get a person here who really does know what BIM stands for. And I'd like to invite Mr. Pradeep Nair, MD, India and SSARC Autodesk. Pradeep. Give a big hand, please. So I think we've changed positions. I think I'm supposed to be there. Is that right? That's the right position. No. Okay. All right, so let's start off. BIM first. The alphabet soup gets even denser, but even I have no idea. BIM, what does it stand for?
BIM stands for Building Information Modeling, which means that before you start building, you model the entire project, all the information that goes into that project into a three-dimensional model. And that's what you, essentially, before you start building, you create a living, functional model with every characteristic of that project that you can imagine, with the greatest level of detail possible before you build. Basically, you create that architect's design in its entirety before you actually start building.
Best Construction Technology Award using BIM. And the winner is Deployable Arts Pavilion by Nouri Kareem, NU.DE Architecture. Can we give them a big hand? Congratulations again. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Pradeep. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I have one more. And for that, I'm going to be asking Mr. Bhupesh Lal, Marketing Director, APAC, Autodesk, if you can join me, please. Hi. Glad to have you here. Thank you very much. Come. Okay, so like I said, one more to go. Best Design Technology Award using BIM. And the winner is City Center Patna by Pinnacle Infotech Solutions, the winner. Congratulations. All right, everybody, thank you so much.
Well, the next award category is Institutional Architecture Designer of the Year. May I please invite Divya Kush, Vice President, Indian Institute of Architecture, and Mr. Jatinder Saigal, Chairman, IIA Board of Examinations. All of us would like to thank IIA for its support. They reached out to their member community, which helped make the awards more comprehensive. Now, the nominees in this category are...
Institutional Architecture Design of the Year, Community Center by Hiren Patel Architects, National Institute of Fashion Technology by Mofa Studios, Childcare Center by GJC Designs.
Now the winner is Community Center by Hiren Patel Architects.
All right, the next category we have this evening for you folks is to recognize the winner in the Landscape Design of the Year category. And may I invite Mr. Rao to please join us back up here on stage for this. Let's take a look at the nominees.
Landscape Design of the Year, Dusit Devrana, Beach House by Shroff Leon, Mantra Moments by Suman Shil.
Great. Can we also have on stage Renu Mishra, MD GROHE India, please?
Now, landscape architects create harmony between structures, activities, and communities. It's quite an interesting space, Ambika.
Absolutely. Now it's time to hear the names of the winners. The first is Dusit Devrana, NCR's latest luxe destination, and the other winner is a spectacular oceanfront beach house by Kaizad Shroff.
That's right, we have joint winners, folks. So a big round of applause for both the winners tonight. The next category is Heritage Architecture Design of the Year, and I'd like to invite Dr. Aman Nath, the architectural restorer and co-founder of Neemrana Hotels, and let's take a look at the nominees.
Heritage Architecture Design of the Year, Chidambra Villas by Environmental Creations, Delhi Art Gallery by Morphogenesis, National Library by Design Consortium.
You have already rescued some notable ruins and converted them into marvels. What do you reckon needs to be done in this space? What more can be done?
That's a very complicated question. I think that India is the only continuously living civilization of the whole world, which is can't just be a coincidence. So I think our past is very important for us. But because we are a continuous living civilization, we live only in the present somehow, thinking that, you know, we keep creating new things and the old doesn't matter. But now that we are also westernized in our education, I think we should make a mix of the two things so that we know the foundations on which we stand, because we have a lot of them, and a lot of the young nations have nothing to stand on, so that all the wonderful things that we saw today, which are awarded, should have a foundation, a background, a history for people to stand up. So I think with the past in good shape and the present in good shape, we certainly will have everything in good shape, yes.
Ambika, let's have the winner in this category.
The winner is Chidambara Villas by Environmental Creations. The architect is T.M. Syriac.
Now, on to socially relevant design of the year. This is architecture that has had an effect on the community. Ambika, yet another very meaningful category.
Yes, of course, Siddharth, and I can't wait to find out who's bagging this one. Can we have Paul Flower join us back up here as we look at the very deserving nominees?
Socially relevant design of the year. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport by MS Sikka Associates Architects. A temporary pavilion designed by R. Obin Chaudhary. Home for Dying Destitute. Missionaries of Charities by CNT Architects. Stacked Tectonics by Collaborative Architecture.
And the winner here is Stacked Tectonics by Collaborative Architecture. Now, this project is part of the JDT Islam campus, the very first Muslim orphanage in India, situated in a quaint village in North Kerala.
Well, Paul, please stay on, and I would request Payal Kohli, Editor-in-Chief of Better Homes and Gardens, and the category is Residential Interior Design of the Year.
Here are the nominees.
Residential Interior Design of the Year. Architect's Loft by Malik Architecture. Khanna Residence by Pinakin Designs. Bell House by Varsha and Deepak Gogri Associates. Our Residence by Inform Architects.
And we once again have joint winners here. Architect's Loft by Malik Architecture and Khanna Residence Juhu by Pinakin Designs.
Congratulations to the winners. The next award is for House Design of the Year.
That's right, this is now for individual homes. Could we invite Karan Grover and Geetesh Agarwal, the CMO from DNM India, to please come up to give away this award, and of course the nominees once again.
House Design of the Year. Wilson Garden House by Sani Residence by Architecture Paradigm. Shadeguard by KSA Architects. House on a Stream by Architect Brio.
The winner is House on a Stream by Architect Brio.
Many congratulations. Also many thanks to Mr. Agarwal and Mr. Grover for joining us for that. Now move on to Residential Design of the Year. This is mass housing, public housing or multi-family housing.
To give away the award, may I please invite Mr. Sanjay Puri and Mr. Alex Murphy, President and Business Head, Fenesta. And here are the nominated projects.
Residential Design of the Year. Cricket House by Collage Architecture Studio. Tata Housing, Avenida by Edifice Consultants Private Limited. Oga 02/12, Olive Grace by Anand Patel and Associates. Parkview Spa by Design Forum International.
Ladies and gents, this time too, there are joint winners.
Cricket House by Collage Architecture Studio.
And Tata Housing Avenida, Kolkata by Edifice Consultants. Many congratulations and many thanks to both Sanjay and Alex for coming up and doing the honors there.
And now on to the next award, Commercial Architecture Design of the Year for offices and retail space.
And to award the winners, may I please invite Smita Chakrabarti, President Revenue at NDTV Group. Please do join us.
Commercial Architecture Design of the Year. Volvo Aisha by Romy Khosla Design Studio. Arcom Studio by Arcom. Northern Heights by Seema Puri Architects.
The winners are Arcom Studio by Arcom, architect Saurabh Gupta, and the Volvo Aisha headquarters by Romy Khosla Architects. Thank you so much, Smita.
Thanks, Smita. Many congrats to the winners. I have to tell you, I've heard Siddharth Lal talk about that building and just how green it is. So I do believe that. And I can also tell you, folks, the jury has had a really tough task to choose winners from such strong contenders. Manisha Natarajan, if I could invite you back up here now for a set of very special awards.
Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you, Ambika, for anchoring such a lovely evening. But of course, the two most special categories of awards are still left. Before that, Renu Mishra, MD GROHE India, please, may we have you on stage, because really they were the partners who helped us conceptualize the entire award from scratch. In terms of design per se, I mean, the acceptance, it's a global brand. Now the acceptance of branded products within the design framework, do you see it increasing? Is India a really important, exciting market?
I think it is. I mean, if we just, go by GROHE, GROHE's world's #1 brand. It's a leading brand, and the philosophy is that whichever country that we operate in, we are the leading brand. So in India as well. So we are the leading international brand. And it has happened because of a lot of fraternity which is here. So, most designers, most developers, a lot of hoteliers come here. And GROHE is the most recommended brand. So it's our way of thanking them, of making sure that we are important to them and we are important to their growth. So that's the way I'd put it.
Thank you, Renu.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lifetime Achievement Award for Art. That's the first special category. An artist with exceptional talent, painter, sculptor, muralist, writer, and an architect. He's a living legend. He has dominated the art world in the country for several decades. May I call upon Mr. Narayan Rao and the jury to come and present this special award. We are honored to present the award to Mr. Satish Gujral. May we all put our hands together for this exceptional talent that India has. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Satish Gujral, what an honor and a privilege to have him amongst us today. An extreme honor for NDTV and all the sponsors, the jury here to have you amidst us.
Well, he's saying his invitation by NDTV to come here has convinced him that his end is not so near.
No,
Shabash.
Lifetime Achievement Award for Architecture. This has been reserved and, of course, extended for a maverick architect whose early life history is as interesting as his body of work. 4 decades of practice, a remarkable presence in every kind of building. This gentleman found his inspiration in the Bible book of architecture, Fountainhead. May I announce the winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award for Architecture, Mr. K. Jessim. And can we have the privilege and honor to call upon Mr. Jessim on stage here. Mrs. Jessim, can we have you on stage, ma'am, please?
I don't know what to say. No, just say it. I just don't know what to say. You know, this, except that my husband deserves the award, and I think you should hear him.
25 years of NDTV, 25 years of my practice in Bangalore, 44 years of practice in India, 50 years of architecture. We have followed NDTV from the very first day it ever broadcast. It has been a remarkable resurgence in the media. To me, it's a phenomenal privilege to be here amongst icons of the profession, the media, various people whom I meet very often, very across, but never imagined that I would be on the stage looking at them and be with them. I thank you all very much for a phenomenal thing. I hope it is not the end if you're hoping of the Lifetime Achievement Award.
It's not the end.
Thank you very much for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Without her, nothing was possible. She made it possible.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations. And it's such an honor to be presenting this award to you today. Thank you. I'll just request Mr. Narayan Rao to wrap up the evening for us on behalf of NDTV. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of the formal part of the evening tonight, I would like to thank each one of you personally, individually, and collectively for being such a gracious audience and for having encouraged our very first Design and Architecture Awards in such a fantastic manner with such a large turnout. So many of you out here. Thank you very much for that. I would, of course, like to thank our presenting sponsors, GROHE India Private Limited, Autodesk India, Fenesta, Binani Cements Limited, Century Ply, DNM India, who were our associate sponsors, our security solutions partner, ASA Abloy India Private Limited, our lifestyle partner, Better Homes and Gardens, our knowledge partner, Sanjay Puri Architects and Ernst & Young, print partner, Construction Industry Review Weekly, and the outdoor partner, Bright Outdoor. And now I'd like to invite you all for dinner and to join us for a little break before that. Thank you very much for coming.
A heartfelt thanks to the audience here for making this evening so successful, to my anchors, and of course to the entire team at NDTV which put together this evening. Parul Gupta, a big hand for her because she singularly put together a fabulous entry nomination process along with all the partners and all the producers individually. If I start the name, it actually takes 50+ people to put together an event like this and nothing less.